banner this thing.
All right, so let's get into our conversation for today. Today, let's start about the pressures on young people. Painting almost your titles are more focused. Was it would be 40 and our bob like is I don't know how they usually put it, but
Maybe like young guys now, maybe almost caucus here, so okay. No matter what say, would be 80 years now on thought thing.
how they do 40 out of kind of yeah. And most people also say life begins at 40. Others also saying say you should be able to figure out your life by the age of 30 so that you be able to do what you want to be. Will be so be retired at the age of 40 then. Quiet and times also starts now. Yeah. So say do something for myself. So the question is this pressure and I say is something normal? Pressure and I say is something normal we should just live by it in society. What do you think?
Okay, me, I think that as young people, there should be this kind of pressure on us because also starting somewhere around the ages of 18 upwards, one thing is that you have a different fire, different zeal, but also as you grow, that energy fades away. So there should be pressure, and the pressure shouldn't be in a negative sense, right? Because as you grow up in a natural or in a traditional culture, you're supposed to take responsibilities, take care of the parents, take care of if you are married, you take care of your life,
The kids
and the kids, a whole lot of
bills.
that's right. So at this stage, there is this kind of pressure because what you are expecting to get, you don't get it. You understand? Yes, what you're expecting to get, you don't get it. Because within the month, as we all know that as youth, you have to start paying certain dues, attending friends' weddings, attending funerals, a whole lot of cost. But it seems what you are earning doesn't really match with what you are spending. So I think that the pressure is there, but it should help us in a positive way. Now I would say a pushy here so much so that we can do a lot.
Talking about the pressure being there and let's say letting the pressure come on. I think it's that's the main reasons. Yeah, these days we see most people, most young girls, enter into these money withdrawals, fraud, scam, just to make something for it. Because when they say at a wedding, I'm 22 or 23, 24, 25. There's nothing going on for me. If you answer that yet, the joy building is a bit so the next thing, sense of percent. Since you okay pressure,
Yes.
so you do it now.
Oh yes, nice. That's what I was saying. Say pressure in the but it shouldn't leave leave you to the negative side of life.
Alright.
Right. Yes, there are genuine ways you can make what you want to make. In America, when I think in the UK, the minimum wage now they are paying per hour is about £12.20. So if you wait from let's say 10 hours a day, you are making 120. Yeah, so if the pound is now even 20 cedis, it's about 2,400 a day. So if you can work for let's say 4 days, you are making something close to 10,000. Just number bro. 1 DM. Na sika ube in 2 months. Na just to make that same amount of money. So it shouldn't lead you to the negative side or the negative aspect of life. At least you should be able to think. You should be able to be reasonable. Now, because at the end of the day, it's kind of person which people you want to spend
The family, right?
exactly. So why then do you want to kill somebody? No, but like and going for different. It's like stepping into what you're saying. Most of the pressure comes from the family. You understand? Because some of the parents tend to compare you to your friends. You understand? Because everyone will say, "Oh, friend, be moving and so now friend be ever a farmer, not wakoto cool be no use. I say, Busni be or send your mommy 5K. Charlie, man, it's as an we are with you there and then you bow uncle. Yeah, now in there is a work and the boys no like come no mood. they basically send out like map. Yeah, but to me, I don't agree to that fact because if you pressure no, you understand. Yes, in the nipa na wo person wo do mo compare na say any good. In nipa na wo hu say one make no. Do you think it was in the right way?
So even talking about the right and the wrong way, let's look at the negative part for these pressures leads us to, and I say it creates another positive part. Starting from here, I'll say these pressures has led us to this money rituals and all this stuff. You understand? Yes. Some time years back, we saw some young boys. The news said they have killed yes with a mal and binary. And these are all part of the pressures. Because, why? And then I would you acid. And then I would go for now. Those then I would out and tell when you're brave, go play game, usually, but
then I mean, if you go to so it's a set standard. When you say you set standard, I say, 40 years all the time. I must be some 5 years, now waited 5 years. Yeah, so if you say, Akasano, your show age till 35, you still have space. You understand? One thing that I want the youth to before you all guys
is there, let's say, an age bracket also which to say it's affiliate? Manju. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is there that age bracket?
Okay, so it's because friend go to the rescue order. Friend who are 18 actually, they say I have a cousin that's in Germany.
Alright.
Every month we are every month we are hygienic and right now old 18 years. We see cow no saving every month to you saw the alpha cow. Okay. Oh, in front of 18 telling me send me do tell you to cry, do you understand? Behind so no say no or brand with the 60%. That's what it's. You understand? It's over to the African now. Age brackets now say the system like a year now. Like I wouldn't say for be a bit fun making any time because time I buy and COVID. This guy no 9 years. Or say you making millions of dollars if free Snapchats. That day your interview or so no uncle school be even professors crying is piano Emma or lecture you understand? And I see the uncle school no akusiano. The only man yet been a lecturers ni mo na lecturers into no go school akusiano. You understand? Yeah, intimidate family mimi I family kwa ranka sorry. Unya di 18 years and a farmer.
Wow.
Yeah, because what you don't realize,
But it's still rough.
it is say 18 is quite and yeah, but I say 18 years now coffee. What do you know? How person will make that?
You even be making some feeble decisions.
Exactly.
Decisions in your warning from there.
Oh, cause I like we can argue on that view because okay, to say what say Ubu have already 30 years and 2 years cry 10 years so and some are planning back and I'm not just trying the point to say yeah, 18 years I will never say nah. The thing is also you Ubu have the way is training free. Oh, if I say more friendly or a businessman, you understand? You suddenly a plan on no much small. If you are all genesis idea, who per se, if you are farming or no per se. Or top farm like I can see more than all the other. Although we made to the same thing you come on see okuta 100,000. Zone opinion. Or PB room. So the 100,000 will be the one community. You understand? So that is so let me think a free like if you the real like you see you know. So yeah, but I say I think that we've had a certain video previously not here discussing about the youth in Ghana.
Yeah.
About young people.
But there was like yourself, yeah.
Yes. One thing we have to understand, you said, so if we fear Nyoma AI, it doesn't guarantee you success.
Yes.
Because yes, because I know a lot of people they've made it and their kids are struggling now when they died. If you want to say you got to know good say the real you see at the show must be just so go up. Let's say it was but you grow me on more from son.
You know you can have a strong foundation for that building, but still
It has to last out. Yes. One thing you have to understand is because you have a cousin in Germany. He's making money. But do you know you can just bring up an idea that will attract an investor, and you're going to make it about 100 times what you have. See, so one thing that we have to be skeptical about is this: you need to understand that you can be late, right? Yes, in certain fields of life, maybe in your finances or your education. So, okay, other time I was school, not any man be Mr. Daniel. It's not some old man be and I never class. At that, it was 10, maybe 15 years. You can remember they be no class from here. Oh, what's it thing is what's far really? It should be good. It should be good, sir. Nah, at a very tender age, you know, open to me, I be your bad. If things are not working as you are supposed, you shouldn't force it. Yeah. Say, you know, that's right. So you should give yourself time. You should give yourself space to learn. Me one thing that I understand, and as I me pen more as a youth, is to learn more. Is to understand more. Okay, because if you don't understand and we put you at a certain space in life, this young guy, NBC4, release guy, no, Sammy Jemfi.
Yeah.
He's been into politics since he was in University. So if he's making it now, look at the number of years. It's sometimes that's right. So when he's making something now, it is not that when a young boy and he has learned to be in the field years. When somebody wants to be a medical doctor, that person studies for like 6 years. When somebody wants to be called to the bar as a lawyer in Ghana, you have to study for about 6 years or so. So why don't you want to become wealthy just within a short period of time without any knowledge? If you go up, you stay up. But if you jump up, you still come down. Yes, so sure.
I'm also of the view that everything is not absolute. So as long as you can't figure everything out right outrightly. It will take time for you to understand everything. Any addition you can be everything out tomorrow. There has to be that constant practice, constant adding value, putting things in place to get where you are. Because no matter where you start from, let's say you start from the age of 18, you can do it to 30, that's still you haven't figured, you haven't found your start. So I feel you shouldn't put pressure on yourself. Me, at a very young age, I feel there's a time where you should also enjoy life.
Yeah, that's not that much.
I'm coming.
Maybe you are some of your friends are also like enjoying the life.
Let's say enjoying. Yes, like I'm talking enjoy life because by 30 to 40, that's where you are going into adulthood. That family comes in, you have kids, you have a job, the whole of fresh and akasaba. You get it. But enjoy yourself now, no problem. It shouldn't be in the way you see you are spending the little income on the enjoyment. Every weekend I want to go to the club. Every time that I want to go somewhere with Nana. At least you should set some timelines and schedules for yourself. So this month I'll just go once, I'll just do that, I'll just do that. That's how it works for you. And in everything now we are not planning. I feel sad. Fine. That's what works for you. You can start now and succeed tomorrow. You can start now and succeed 10 years later. So why putting pressure on yourself?
No, right here they talk about pressure. No, as you said, we have like the two forms. You have the positive and the negative. Yes, what we are emphasizing more here is the positive is the lines. You know, putting pressure. It's not that you are putting pressure on yourself. You know, we are like in in the beginning of every year, we all get to set certain goals for ourselves. You understand? Yeah. So maybe I set a goal that in the year 2025, I want to achieve this. I want to achieve this, and it's not that I can't achieve it. Though. I have to like add 50 years. You understand? So that's where the pressure comes in. It's not say yeah, me who will be chicken. Listen to say me quiet. We put you on the kind of yeah, because you hear him say when I push I like I can achieve the goal I want. I said my relax it to yes, how pressure I make yes yeah, what if we can change now
So if they were friends with Bria, almost soon fear they do 25. Yeah, but tell me, yeah, but the ABR, yeah, capable of how to see if you want to mean them.
In everything,
Yeah, you understand?
in everything, I think finding your purpose.
Purpose is me, God has it say.
You find your purpose, you have your vision, then you set your goals. Without the purpose, you just be moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even there are a lot of people that are not so much interested in life.
Yes.
Yes. Some people need much peace.
Some are interested in growth.
That's right. They just want to live. Like they say, oh, pressure, that was what person is yet big man seems okay with that. He is very comfortable.
The you nowadays, we are much interested in validation. What you be seen as, what do be keeper ha? Yes, sir, something can also. Ma, and that's not mean by it, everything when you're scared, Joe.
Yes. So, and you know, I have a part. You know, one thing. Then I may hear some example be actually girl belong. And I was like, you know, it's there for you who have person in this capa, but or yeah, anonymous. You will also or you're okay with the average income. Yes. Let me give example. Also, boha or a teacher or need 2-bedroom apartment or not two. The first one I really invest. Then I start cheap cola. Or you're okay like on percent. Obeying your big, I would do. And the other for this about are you okay with doing and no one is saying no one else. I know we also be on pet. You understand here on public so say yeah before since it's how hopefully see yeah right like you are assessing your life and say only on moon life or only need to run away as so like almost feel it's a matter of you are doing too much. That's right. I understand.
But you understand what you're trying to say. So ask me, okay, but we've all experienced. Me, I have some people that they don't really need money.
Yes.
They are making 3,000, 4,000. They are making 3,000, 4,000 a month, and they are very okay. They're very okay. They live the normal middle class life. But there's some people too and all these, I think we have to understand that it's a whole through. You understand? Me, for instance, if I'm to reach the height of down the I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But somebody can't handle that pressure. I think if you understand what I'm trying to say. So, depending on what you think you can do, that is what you have to do. That is what you have to do. And because of that, by the age of 28, young football men are they are okay, they have their kids, they have their lives, they are able to rent, they are saving small to build a house, and they're okay with that. But for some of us, we if we really have the money to build a house, we won't build. We won't build because we want this kind of compound interest. Right? Yes, in our lives, always making the money, making some on top of it, adding it up to become somebody better. Right? So it depends. It depends on the life you want. But the pressure we are trying to talk about is not in the negative side of it. Right. So
Climaxing everything with me, I would rather want to reflect on what influence this pressure. Social media is one factor, but what we see over there, we tend to believe that they are real, and people are just living and people are just living calculated lives. Yeah, shall be a brand has given to him or her to put it on just to advertise. So the pressure on social media is one aspect. Two, family pressure.
Yeah. But do you think the social media is part?
Yeah, like really big rule. Yeah, there's a major. Are you sure? Yeah, social media.
We have people we admire over there. Yeah. So when you see what they are doing over there, so like, oh, my kids, yeah.
Oh, but I don't think I need to live according to your own standard. I understand that
People don't understand that.
Ubu at the same will be crazy of our Ubu so harm us out.
In front of our tongue, how we run. I've been at the mission or the neck of family will go.
Oh, but so yeah, that's not say. Good enough will be the best.
the mindset of an individual is everything.
Yes,
Right. Social media, it was brought for our own good.
right.
And the way our boy be mono, it is very massive.
Yeah, sure.
Recently, I know of a certain guy, he bought a Lamborghini, and people were lambasting him on the deal. And he said, right after the Lamborghini he bought, he's gotten a deal at Doha for about 10 years now. Because of just the Lamborghini.
Yes.
So if you think, and he was trying to say is that every month he moved from Dubai to Ghana, and he's always on the business flights, which doesn't cost him less than $10,000 on a monthly basis. But still, he saves money.
Yes.
So if you want to live that lifestyle without that same income, then how can you survive?
You understand? You know, in our previous video, we were talking about personal branding. You can even like assume say AVI guy and also it was a personal branding.
Yes.
It's a building like certain
You can realize that
yeah.
fake life as well is influencing all this there. And you should understand that how you think is different from how I think.
Yeah. But we should, and you understand,
Most people haven't built their mindsets to that level of understanding. Say, I need to even do something for myself. Even if I'm looking up to someone, that person should be as, let's say, a means of motivation to me. So like I'll wake up every morning to do something.
yeah,
But you want to say, my first person has done it maybe end of my age, that's by all or any means possible. I think it's wrong for you to even say to yourself, if you understand what you want to do. That's what I'm saying. That the stream doesn't. Recently, I saw a video of a guy. He pulled up in a nice Porsche and he was like, "What are you? If you haven't drove this car by the age of 30, or you haven't was bought under your eyes, are they both? You don't deserve to be a man. You are busting people for not really able to afford that kind of car. You should understand where you're even coming from.
Yeah.
The income, the economics, and be about even your country are coming from to know where if you are able to understand what you are doing, that's where it will push you to ways you need to go. And I was saying family pressures. Let me say, but you want to fear them. The special thing to make it. He can't afford sneaking with his siblings and parents on a single room at the age of 25.
yes, you understand.
Also, it will make
At the age of 25, being an Ipane, like that is a question.
no, I'm saying, say, the family pressure is pushing him to also what to do something.
But don't you think the influence of 25, you should be doing something better? Like, don't you think?
And I think where all the pressure comes from is maybe you've completed the invest. Let's say then by 3 years you are still not working.
For that,
Your parents may think say where you use school much, where you use school as we feel where you bury one
It's- it's-
I don't daily take who
for that, you are being
bed.
bedding. I think so. Them. Because for 3 years, no, come on, bro. Yes, 3 years. Then you will have Angela.
Okay, check. What if for your nursing? And nursing nursing no. Most people like want to grade to be posted.
Listen.
And then so you are building the skill now when can will come in.
You can't even justify that with even nurse. Listen. And then even if you're a qualified nurse, you're not going to work Monday to Friday. I'm not even going to work 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. Oh, quite a on shift basis. What I said. So you still have time. You have nurses who have time to never go. Enter into what we try and pull it.
And I mean, that's why I have to even understand this. Why is it that? When he feels it, that's trigger. When take the African yeah, and they go to the Western world, they are cleaners over there.
Yes.
Somebody who has a master's degree in America and the business is a cleaner
Because of the value of their money.
because of the value of their money.
Yes. But get to when him say omo paper baller, omo just baller near you. In Ashanti region, they are not Ashantis. Majority of them they are not Ashantis. They're sure pro. Listen. As I'm trying to make a point. See, I'm trying to make a point. Let me. I'm trying to make a point. But also this one say omo ya say Juan, omo ya Ashanti. That's omo bad. They feel like omo bobi close. So they have to work and earn something. Oh, listen, the same implies to if your mom or mom call blood, no. Well, okay, what for a boy, you don't have any relative. Oh, when you're not okay, then so why? Yes, you understand. Now, if you put this, school now you come, you include school because of the marginality. Yes. For our country, yes. Yeah, part of the world is, and even if you're that, and even if not that, just to understand this.
Me, I didn't even know shit.
Financing.
I did because in high school.
I understand. Right now, I don't have the same course. But you let me say, when you say
You have no reason, you have no excuse to be unemployed. You have no excuse to
ahead as an entrepreneur. Yes. Oh, no. Not business, but very different. But we can be an accountant at
I think entrepreneurs by finance. So
yeah, I said I already have no excuse to be unemployed. I said you have business. You want entrepreneurs and you know that we are talking about business and entrepreneurs. So
do that with so. Give it people to perspective. But like set the weekend for yourself. Did you not start?
see Ghana. I said,
I'm not near about when we use those equipments, those tools are necessarily used to import them. Not even importing them, but you can join a pharmacy and work with them. But just that, I was a P9 neighbor. But one thing you have to understand is this: you've wasted about 4 years. Or let me put it this way: you spent about 4 years in the investment, which wasn't wasted. Right? So, how do you see a Jumana? When you say real master or your master, if you said you go school, I go lesson for 4 years. Not in young yo. It is still unpending. Either day one day they read the graphic. I bet the king or the note, but do something else. When you write, so listen, do something else. Can I wear this? Listen, what you really say right now? No? If Oka say, because say, maybe you school 3 years, I'm not employed. So me create more pharmacy to accept any payout. A whole day also right like you continuously like collect a pay. You tend to sell your time for that money, and you'll be okay with it. Now let's go so.
no, you shouldn't be okay. You shouldn't be natural.
Well, looking at
You would lucky give that not it.
you must get that compensation of a higher value.
What if it does not come?
Leave.
Leave. No other person if you're unemployed.
Let's look. You don't have to go and sit down. Look, we don't pass them. They're bringing this thing too much. Let's appears. Let's do. After 1 year, still unemployed. You are failed.
Okay, so
You are failed.
okay, because petition. Or I listen to
Somewhere here.
his podcast.
You are out of our time. Then as soon as she come and give you money, if the government is not providing you the work, looking at the pressure from the family, the house, where you're coming from. After 1 year, you're still sitting there, but you're not an parents. You have totally failed.
Bro, you have to understand that the job on the work here will be your mom or your dad. You pay me fees right after school. You got to be there with them. Don't you know?
You need to even if not helping them, at least you should be good at rebranding it to become like something good. Oh my mentor there or their show and I will let's make your fees for 4 years. But 2 years I will be if I catch them say we do now for me. Oh my man, don't you think that you can take it to a different level?
Yes.
That one. So me I side with coach said right. So say if you are a degree holder, then you have your certificate, and after 3 years you are still unemployed, challenge through that certificate and start doing something with your life. Because in like this our generation there, we can't afford to be unemployed just for even a month.
Yes.
You understand?
Actually, so just 3 years.
Not even they say depend no. Never soon me after school.
3 years is too much. And 2 weeks, sorry. 35 days and a pop behind his radio.
Indeed, a deal. Your parents, if you do once a deal, great thing.
You'll be malnourished.
Well, Charlie.
So let's rank this whole thing on night. I want to say this, even do what works for you. Young kids and young parents out there, do what works for you. For the time, forget about it. Just set the goals and practice yourself and find your purpose and follow what you want to do. Just be consistent and disciplined, and you achieve what you want to achieve by the age you are. Because what do you think now to a car is a good thing, but what do you think now figure your life out? Just a good thing. You haven't wasted we young one day.
The time one power. I used to be so many with 50 years.
They the baby so
They show they it's all casa not on working towards the goal, right? The baby
But be there mono.
And one day we are working from there.
You know yeah, gotta be what can be my baby also no. Oh young word but a couple bars the catch the baby and I said them I say boys we any more say or more from knowledge from my quadrant to look feed on
Not if you think it's come, it is shit. It's like still right here. So like the one is seen of you.
the two of anchor
And my last like point of life is say if you are a young girl or a young guy out there, Charlie, figure out something for see if you have that degree, even if you are working, learn a skill. We can do something like to back that pay that you are collecting.
and that is why all these social media platforms are. I say yeah, negative they say no, let's just look at baby ton perfumes and a whole lot of things. I mean, get into something. Learn how to braid, learn how to this pedicure, and this kind of nails and feel the big success. You can't just be sitting there idle. So for that you lose find something doing. Find something for far, you go far.
If you far, if you far,
A bit far.
a bit far. That's what we're talking about. So yeah. Our last words. For me, there's no age limit to age brackets to succeed. You can succeed at the age of 25, 30, 50, 60, but whatever works for you as a young king or young queen out there. My name is Ghana Boy, and this was the Young Guys We Are podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave a comment, share, and let's get information together. Thank you for watching us. Catch up on our next episode. Peace out.